I just got back from Texas where I ate a lot of tacos for breakfast, for lunch. I also ate a lot of burritos, and I was in the Dollar Tree today and I thought I would film another cheap Dollar Tree recipe video. They only had this one size tortilla, which is the medium burrito tortillas. So these could be large tacos or they could be small burritos. I picked up this pepper stir fry. It's onions, red, green, and yellow pepper strips. I picked up a can of these pinto beans. I like these Hanover beans because it's 19 ounces versus the other size cans. They also had Goya beans, so you get a few extra ounces of beans in these larger cans. And the salsa that they had was this Pace original picante sauce, and I got this in medium. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to cook the pepper stir fry, so I'm gonna get that going. So you can use any kind of medium skillet that you would like to use. I'm using this Visions glass cookware. I like to use this, and I'm also using a tablespoon of coconut oil. You can use any kind of oil or fat that you like to cook with. If you're not vegan, you can use butter, or if you're vegan, you can use any kind of vegetable oil. I do like to cook with coconut oil because it stands up to heat better. It does not get denatured or go rancid when you cook with it. Some of the other more delicate vegetable oils, you have to be really careful. So I'm heating up the oil in the pan. I have this on medium-low. The next thing I'm going to do is open the bag of pepper stir fry and put it in the pan. So I just dumped all of the frozen veggies into the pan, and I'm going to give it a quick stir, and then I'm going to let this just cook. So I'm going to raise the heat on this to about a medium-low, and I'm going to allow this to continue to cook while I prepare the beans. So I've dumped the beans into a small colander, and I'm going to rinse these until I no longer see any bubbles. So once the beans are drained, I'm dumping them into a large glass bowl. So the veggies have been cooking for a few minutes. I'm just giving them another stir just to help them cook more evenly. I'm going to allow these to continue to cook while we mash up the beans. So here are the beans in a large glass bowl. I'm going to mash these up by hand just because I feel like having them a little bit chunkier, but you can use a blender, you could use a food processor, you could use whatever method you'd like to mash up these beans. We're going for like a refried bean texture. And before I start mashing them up, I am going to put in a few tablespoons of the salsa. I just added 3 tablespoons of the salsa to the beans in the bowl, and now I'm going to mash this up. So here are the beans all mashed up. As you can see, there's a lot of chunky pieces left in, which I kind of like. I think it adds a little bit more texture. And if you wanted to, you could add other seasonings to this at this point. If you wanted to add more salt or pepper or chili powder or anything that you prefer. I'm just going to leave these with the flavoring of the salsa. For me, I find that's enough. So here are the peppers and the onions continuing to cook. I'm just going to stir them up a little bit. Basically, I just want to make sure that those onions are not raw and they're cooked all the way through. I'm not a fan of raw onions. We're basically making like a fajita topping for these bean tacos or these bean burritos. So here's what the veggies look like when they're just about ready. You can see that the water has basically all cooked off, and they're just starting to brown a little bit. I really don't want them to start getting brown. So at this point, I am going to take these off of the heat. So the veggies are out of the skillet. I have them resting in this colander. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the beans back into the hot skillet, and that's going to heat the beans through. It's also going to give them a little bit of the flavor from the veggies that's still in the pan. Now, if you want to, you could add more oil at this point. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to stir these around a bit and get all the beans nice and warm. So I have about 4 of the tortillas on a plate, and all we need to do now is assemble our meal. So I'm going to take the first tortilla. I'm going to add a large heaping tablespoon of the beans. And then I'm going to add some of the veggie mixture. And I'm going to put some salsa on it. About a teaspoon or 2 of salsa. And I am going to wrap this up like a taco. And either I'm going to eat it right now or I am going to freeze these. So let's make another one. Heaping tablespoon of the beans. We'll add a bunch of the veggies. And then some of the salsa. It looks really yummy. Now for some of these I want to freeze them so they're available when I want them. Just kind of take them out of the freezer and heat them up. So I'm putting them on a sheet of aluminum foil, wrapping up the sides, wrapping up the tops, and this will then be put in a freezer bag, and this will go into my freezer. So for a cost of $4 at the Dollar Tree, I just made 5 large vegan tacos. 4 of these I have wrapped up so I can freeze them and have them as a quick meal when I want one. And one of them I'm eating right now. I've used up the entire can of beans. There's just a little bit of veggies left. I could have put more veggies in a few of the tacos. And the can of salsa is just about empty also. But I still have 7 leftover tortillas. So I have the tacos wrapped up to a quart-sized freezer bag. These are going to go into the freezer. So now let's taste the taco. This is a good taco. I really like the beans, and I really liked the sauteed veggies. The only thing I would change is the salsa. I'm not really a fan of this paste salsa. If they had a different brand, maybe with a better flavor, I would like this better. But again, you can interchange that with any kind of salsa that you like. I'm just giving you an idea of a cheap recipe from the Dollar Tree. Yeah, these are good. These are just hitting the spot. I really like the combination of the sauteed veggies with the beans. Now, your typical bean burrito or bean taco usually has bean, cheese, sauce, and a tortilla. But to make a vegan version of it, I find that if I substitute sauteed veggies for cheese, I don't miss cheese at all, and the non-vegans who are eating these don't miss it either. And that is my $4 Dollar Tree recipe for vegan veggie tacos. Thank you so much for watching this video. If it was helpful for you, please give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to this channel if you'd like me to post more videos. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day. Bye. That was a really good taco. And to be honest with you, that was better than more than half of the tacos or burritos that I ate when I was down in Austin, Texas. And those were all from restaurants or food stores. So you can make something just as good from the Dollar Tree. Visit me at carrieholwell.com. Also find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest, all /Carrie Holwell. This has been a Carrie Holwell production. Thank you for watching.